Welcome. Our topic is dredging to AUVs, sediment plume detection.
Underneath the ocean surface situates an enormous amount of valuable metal, such as gold, silver, copper, manganese, cobalt, and zinc. A method called deep-sea mining, or seabed mining, is proposed to exploit these materials, promising to supply the world's growing demand for these precious elements.
The basic picture of a deep-sea mining operation, more specifically a nodule mining operation, will involve a surface operation vessel. From that will be deployed a collector, vehicle that will be down at 4,000 meters.
Mining of nodules will produce two types of plumes. One is a sediment plume created by the vehicle removing the top 10 to 15 centimeters of the seabed. It will drive around and pick up the nodules, and they'll be pumped back up a riser pipe to the surface vessel. The second type of plume is a discharge plume, which is unwanted sediment that is brought up to the surface vessel. It is unwanted, unneeded, and so would be returned to the ocean.
Discharge of sediment plumes is believed to have the most serious consequence. These plumes can travel a few thousand meters from the mining location, spreading over a vast area of water. Not only that, they may carry concentrations of metals that can be toxic to organisms, which can move through the food web to larger marine species and eventually humans.
Autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs, basically underwater robots. They're launched from a ship and they travel down to the bottom of the ocean in an area where the water is about 5 kilometers deep.
They open up the bottom of the robot and robotic arms are deployed, and these arms are using artificial intelligence and remote sensing cameras to identify the nodules or the rocks one by one and to pick them up one by one.
So they're not dredging. They're just like using a claw or an arm-type mechanism that picks up the nodules one by one and puts them into a hopper or a storage container and takes them back up to the surface. The artificial intelligence and the remote sensing process is around determining which of those nodules have something growing on them, like a deep ocean coral or a deep ocean sponge, or something that's visible to the computer system as life. This video shows the difference between AUVs and dredging. AUVs operate with minimal seabed disturbance, while dredging stirs up sediments and increases water turbidity.
Moving on to the impacts, one is ecological damage. Similar to all mining activities, seabed mining raises concerns about possible impacts on the environment. Light, noise, and vibration during operations may disturb marine life in the surrounding area. The removal of a great area of the ocean floor can destroy the habitat of many animals, which might affect the food chain. Not only that, deep-sea mining could also have a huge impact. It will likely be loud and stir up huge amounts of sediment. That sediments could be toxic to organisms that live in the area,
leading to limiting their abilities to breathe and eat.
You can stop deep sea mining before it starts.
Thank you for watching.